With my recent run of the True Ending and Hollow Knight completed, and now miserably struggling in the Pantheons, I really wanted to take a step back and sit and think about what I've truly thought of all the bosses that I've encountered in the game thus far. Today we're just solely covering the Dream Warriors. I know this list is probably going to make some people upset, but without further ado, here we go. In our number 7 spot, we have No Eyes. I hate this boss so ungodly much, and if you've ever tuned into any of my Pantheon streams, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This boss is infuriating, all the way from the teleporting mechanics to the music to the floaty gobbly-goos that attack you. This boss sucks. This boss sucks. I hate this boss. This boss, dude, I could go on and on about this boss. I absolutely despise this boss. I know a lot of people love this boss. This boss is just not for me. I don't like the design. I don't like anything about it. I'm not a fan, dude. I can't. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this one, but on our number 6 spot, we have Marmu. Marmu just reminds me too much of Moss Charger. It's a very simple turn and smack boss. Like, there's not any real challenge to it, but not a terrible boss. Not nearly as bad as No Eyes, in my opinion. He's funny, at least. In our number 5 spot, we have what my chat refers to as Daddy Gorb. I feel like I like Gorb, right? I don't have any hatred towards Gorb. Let me just say that outright. I feel like he teaches you a lot of mechanics that are very useful for other dream fights, really. Any dream fight. Dream Warriors, the dream bosses themselves. I feel like he's a basic learning mechanic, and that's kind of why he got put so low on the list. But other than that, there's no real hatred towards him. I like his design, I like his attacks, I like his patterns. He's very easy. Good learning step. In our number 4 spot, we have Old Man Galen. Now, this boss isn't particularly hard by any means. I will say I really like the design of this boss. I like the challenge aspect of it. I don't like how you could get hit by contact damage by him, so you have to avoid him, his scythe, his first scythe that pops out, and his second scythe that pops out. Little annoying, little tricky, but nonetheless, I like him. He's cool. He's pretty neat. Top 3 was really, really hard for me because I really enjoyed most of these bosses. But in our 3rd slot, we have Zero. Zero is one of the first boss encounters, dream boss encounters anyways, that you encounter shortly after getting your dream nail. I feel like he's a good opening challenge and teaches you a lot of core aspects that you're gonna need for future fights, to include if you're doing True Ending, especially towards like the Radiance, and if you plan on doing Nightmare King Grim. Very important to learn his tactics and his moveset. Very good practice boss. I don't like the 4-sword mechanic, not a fan of it, but I like his design. Cool boss. Very cool. Way to go. This is the one that's going to get under people's skin the most, I believe. But in my number 2 slot, we have my boy, Elder Who. I love this boss. I will preach this through and through. He is one of my favorite boss fights to do. I just love how he has these ring attacks that come down from the ceiling and he throws them from all sides. I love every aspect of this boss. I think he's very unique. Don't get me wrong, No Eyes is unique as well, alright, before people start flaming me in the comments. But No Eyes is annoyingly unique. This guy, I like this guy. He holds a special place in my heart. I don't know, man. I love everything about this fight. Number 1 though is gonna be, yeah, it's interesting. In my number 1 slot, as a no-brainer pick, we have Maroth. He is not only one of the hardest dream bosses that you will come to fight, but also one of the most impactful and intriguing. And what I mean by that is he's got all these different mechanics to him. In his first phase of health, he starts off with this normal dream shield that he just spins around him as like an orbital, and his swords fly at you pretty slowly. But as you continue to damage him, a second shield pops out, the fight becomes more intense, these swords start flying at you much faster, you have to think. I love the design about this boss. I hate fighting this boss in the Pantheon, I'm not gonna lie. But all around, this guy had to have taken my #1 slot. There was nobody else who could have. Well, there you have it. My official listing of all the Dream Warriors in Hollow Knight. If you enjoyed this listing, I don't know, maybe consider subscribing. Stay tuned in for when I do the full list. I don't know. And if you didn't, I don't know, roast me in the comments or something. Tell me what you didn't like about the list. Or I know a lot of people are probably going to be mad about the #2 slot, probably. But hey, opinions. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this. Can't wait to see you back here. Till next time, guys.